walkthroughs. Let's play where's my mouse? Order of Battle War 2. And there's wine. And today we're playing Order of Battle Pacific again. Kinda. Actually, yes, we are. Because although this is different, by the way, the intro's the same. This is actually my second time recording this. The first time went extremely well. But unfortunately, apparently the story didn't like whatever the intro did. So I probably have to redo the intro actually I don't really need to. Again, it's the same intro to Order of Battle Pacific, which I'll link a description to that. And that'd be more or less the first episode of the series, kinda not really. Because it does have the tutorial. But the this, however, I'll be doing the campaigns, and yeah, some people wondering what happened to what happened to Order of Battle Pacific? Well, nothing actually. Basically, what they did is they turned Order of Battle Pacific from pay once, pay $39.99, get two campaign or get the game, and then had DLC after it. But now Order of Battle is, I want to say, free to play, because I'm just more used to saying that now. But but in the olden days, there used to be business models from, what is it called? I forgot, the people that published Doom. Actually, I can look it up real quick. Look up Doom on Wikipedia, and then we'll find it. But yeah, they had a business model. Well, basically, you play through the basically, you get the first mission for free, and then you can buy the rest of the game. This is kind of similar to it, because you can actually play. This is for basically the free play aspect is you can play all of the scenarios. As you can see, I have Morning Sun, U.S. Marines. We can play the first mission of all the scenarios as in Morning Sun, which is our first DLC. Try campaign. Well, yeah, real quick, yes. As you can see, you got that first mission. Now we go back. And then you can go to Marines and try that. As you can see, which is pretty interesting. And if you are playing the free-to-play version, or if you're playing the version without anything, or as they call it in online news, Lectionero, you jerk. Free to try, which, by the way, they went to World War II, the 14th of June 2016. I'm just now getting to it because I want to save this for RimLP Monday, and I was busy. But as you can see, they call free to try. Isn't that wrong? A full blue campaign for scenario of every campaign. So yeah. Then mods, which is interesting. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, the game does not even include the original game's campaigns, which is U.S. Pacific and Rising Sun. Basically, the dynamic campaign involving the Pacific War and the Pacific Theater in World War II, in which you play as United States or Japan versus the other. So yeah. And by the way, if you're asking, I am still looking at that. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the pricing is actually not bad. And I'll say why I like this model and why I don't like this model. In a second, why I like the change and don't like the change. But yeah, now you can get the campaigns. The original campaigns you can get for $19.99. They are the USA Pacific campaign and the Rising Sun campaign. And they're both in US, of course. Actually, all this is in US for me. And the Morning Sun campaign is $14.99, and the U.S. Marine campaign is $9.99. Morning Sun takes place. Morning Sun is Morning Sun is basically the Japanese, in the tells the story of plays through the Japanese invasion of China. U.S. Marines plays through the Philippines region. U.S. the U.S. campaign is, well, the U.S. campaign through, it's a dynamic campaign through the Pacific. So yeah. I am. I'm still looking for the thing. Well, it'll come back to me eventually. But yeah. And if you have the original game, or if you had the original Pacific game, then you do get the USA. Well, you do get these, as you can see. So yeah. Which that's the reason why I like this a bit, is because I probably would never play as Japan, because why not? I might play because I do like Japan, but I like United States that much better. Well, I like United States above all else, more or less. Um, so what I would do is I will only get the U.S. campaign, and I will only get the U.S. Marines campaign, because those are the only two I want. Which I would, the Marines is $9.99 U.S. Uh and the Pacific and the U.S. Pacific is $19.99. So that's around $21, which is $2 cheaper than what I got even on sale. On sale, it's gonna be way cheaper. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is people are going to complain, it's free to play. Man, why? Or it's free to try. Why? I mean, why don't you just give us all the content right to begin with? And some of those people say that about every single DLC or expansion pack ever known to man. Um, which they aren't wrong. Another change that's interesting is the fact that they switched the title from Pacific to World War II. Reason is because they're planning on doing all theaters now, like they are doing the Winter War, taking place on the Eastern Front. Um, so they basically want to change the scope from just Pacific theater to all theaters of World War II, and that can be a good thing because it can have they can have U.S. campaign or British campaign or German campaign in Europe, or Russian campaign, German campaign in Europe. They can have Africa. They can have Italy. So yeah, they really can expand the game a bit. But even though it's a bit confusing for me because it was specific one day, it was just specific, but now it's different. I mean, they could have just made a new game with War 2, but with the other theaters. But I think the reason why they did like this is because I guess they don't want to get yelled at using basically the same game for just different theaters. They're not wrong. Um, but yeah, and you don't have to buy it twice. Um, but yeah, I mean, from my gameplay video showing a description, I did wait to get this, and I got it for $23 instead of the $39. I got it on sale. I forgot which sale it was, but I did get it on sale because I just didn't feel like it was worth it to me. This game is totally worth it to like everyone that's interested in a game like this. Turn-based game, turn-based strategy game, World War II Pacific, not World War II in general. So yeah. But anyway, so today. Why am I stop the timer? By the way, so today we'll be playing, in this LP, if you can't already guess from the title, as we're going to be playing the USA Pacific campaign. But we'll read that last. Let's read all the things first. If you're interested in seeing me go through the boot camp, link in the description to the gameplay video. By the way, the boot camp. In this tutorial campaign, you will learn the basics of the game, starting from the simplest actions such as unit selection movement and attack to event gameplay mechanics such as combat and supply. We're doing this last, so let's read the Rising Sun. The Imperial Japanese fleet is ready to strike the American Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor. Intended as a preemptive attack to delay U.S. interference in the Japanese offensive, it would only set the stage for total war. Now, yes, they meant, I mean, the funny thing is, they didn't actually mean for Pearl Harbor to be a sneak attack. They actually meant to send the declaration of war, I don't know, like 35 minutes to 40 minutes ahead of time to give the United States a chance to get ready. But however, since their ambassador was so slow at typing and so bad at it, he didn't actually get the declaration of war ready until, well, they were leaving from Pearl Harbor. So yeah. And now going on to the Morning Sun campaign, the first DLC. Morning Sun, decade-long aggressive Japanese policy in Asia aimed at securing across. aimed at securing access to raw materials, food, and labor, escalates into full-scale war with the Republic of China in summer 1937. U.S. Marines. After the naval battles of the Coral Sea Midway, the U.S. Marines decided to take back the initiative in the Pearl Theater, or the Pacific Theater. As a vital part of this expeditionary force, Marine Corps is expected to lead the way. Very much, but I thought that was for Rangers. Yeah, it feels weird. I mean, I don't usually re-record stuff. I don't usually have time to think of jokes or anything like that. But unfortunately, I have to do it now. Which, by the way, yeah, for whatever reason, the X story failed to record. Like it failed to end recording. Basically, when you hit your record button again to end it, basically it says Finn right there. It said Finn way before I did it. So I think what the problem was is there was a little hiccup at the intro of this game, caused it not to like it. So yeah. I mean, the X story can be fragile. Oh, I forgot to read the name of the campaign. My bad. But I mean, you didn't really. Well, you missed me talking about stuff, and you missed me. And you missed me. U.S. Pacific. Japanese centrifuge offensive has caught the Allied forces to unprepared leisure forces out of the ensuing chaos and fight back on the long road to victory. Girl, launch. Um, yeah. Basically just missed me my first impressions of the level, but unfortunately I only got to turn 5, so you didn't really miss that much in the time spent, because we're moving through this way faster than I did originally. That's the benefit of not pre-record. That's benefit of not. That's benefit of, you know, not doing it blind, because you may be able to get through things quicker. Anyway, a day of infamy. While the United States was still in conversation with the Japanese government toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific, reports on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor reveal a sudden and deliberate attack from Japanese naval and air forces against our nation. Oh, let's try that again. Reports from while Japanese was still in conversation, while the United States was still in conversation with the Japanese government towards the maintenance of peace in Pacific, reports from the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor reveal a sudden and deliberate attack by Japanese naval and air forces against our nation. How dare they? I also commented on the gun, how basically it's not an historically accurate 1911, as it has holes in the triggers which are new, has synthetic black grips which weren't used until Vietnam, and the grips just look more modern. Katana's fine. These boxes, I'm not quite sure. 7.60, 7.6. I'm guessing that's 7.62. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I'm just gonna look up right now. See which guns use 7.62 ammo. I'm pretty sure that's fine. Although, 708 is what M1 Grands use. It's 1.62 millimeter cavalry. Yes. Oh, this could be. Yes, yeah, I got it right. I got it right in my previous attempt. Yeah, it's basically ammo for the 30 cals, the very 30 cals, or whatever, the 30 cal machine guns, or the list of brethren of the 50 cal machine guns. So yeah, I got that right. So yeah, that's accurate. But this thing is just glaringly not if you look at it more. By the way, okay, Pearl Harbor, December 1941, the Japanese Imperial Fleet has launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. They aim to destroy the American Pacific Fleet and pave the way for the conquest of all Southeast Asia and seize control of the Western Pacific. We can allow that! We will not conquest, and we will not let people get conquested. It is not our thing, because we are the United States of America. Well, except this. Aside the Spanish-American War, that was we were having fun, basically. But anyway, loading dot. All right, continue. Mission briefing awaits. Start briefing. We're under attack. This is not a drill. Japanese fighters and bombers are coming from all directions, targeting our ships and naval infrastructure. That's not good. Radar stations report more aircraft closing in fast. The Imperial Japanese attack wave was sticking for friendly bombers. It was caught completely by surprise. That's not good either! Our forces across the island are in disarray and totally unprepared. Make contact with our defenders and try to organize an effective resistance against the Japanese raiders. Start game, I can't do that. Unfortunately, I know what I'm doing now, at least for the first couple of turns, so I can do things I didn't do the first time, which we were going to win the first time, more or less. We just might not have got the secondary objectives. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like, in the previous screens, I said, like, yeah, I mean, the thing about how they were able to surprise attack us was back in back at this time, Pearl Harbor, back in this time, radar was still new, so basically the radar installations in Hawaii were only meant for certain parts of the day, and they couldn't see through the mountains. So when the radar operator saw dots on the radar, he thought they were B-17s coming in from either patrol or coming from the mainland. So he didn't. Well, he thought something of it. He wrote it down, but no one read it in time. And then basically after he saw them, they disappeared because they went down to the mountains. By the way, primary objectives: endure to attack for 15 turns. Secondary objectives: destroy VPs to activate AA guns. Visit airfields to activate fire aircraft. Shoot down 5 enemy aircraft. Keep at least 1 battleship alive. Again, I feel weird. Let's save in our first save slot. The story is recording is fine. I just know if it says Finn when I haven't ended the recording, it's bad. But you missed on me blurring the game. I do apologize. Alright, but at least I know what to do. As you can see, we need to get to the white flags, and we only have 2 units. As you can see, this is the map. Our unit, the Allied units are marked in blue. There were tutorials out throughout this. Allied units are marked in blue. Ours in gold. As you can see, we got Colorado class battleships. I believe that's the Arizona. I actually had trouble remembering the Arizona's name, which I felt really bad for. But yeah, I want you to go here. I want you for this one because I moved the battleship there, then I moved over here, but this is by far the best spot for him. Because I didn't know at the time, but battleships actually shoot stuff down when they move. They actually can't engage stuff directly. Well, by planes, and as you can see, they got torpedoes, which we're not going into as we don't need them. But yeah, I mean, I originally went up here, got these 2 air bases, which you do take a turn to activate, and instead of going around like this to get those. You know what? I'm gonna play better this time, so let's go down here. You know what? Let's pretend to be a normal YouTuber for a second. Yeah, let's pretend to be normal. Alright, I played a game for, I don't know, 2-3 hours, so let's go over here, insert joke, and yeah. Alright, special for heads up. An anti-aircraft gun has been manned and is looking for and scoring the skies from aircraft. Yep. And also, I didn't know anti-aircraft guns can move because they're on wheels. I didn't think so. I thought they basically placed down. There's an anti-aircraft gun. Shoot the guys that are trying to kill our stuff. But what you can hit tab to switch to make basically if a unit is stacked on top of each other and they're air, hit tab, that looks like that. You're looking at air, hit tab, looking at that, hit tab over there, that looks like that, and the ships and the ground looks like that. Or anything not there. Air, not there. I think we're good. But we need that airfield because that's where we get it. Oh, man, this makes things 1,000 times easier. Good thing I came down here. I mean, I was gonna win because all you need to do is just keep the battleships alive, more or less. Just don't completely get wiped out. Which I don't know. I'll get to turn 5. But yeah, I mean, I started up there. It takes a long time to get over there, but yeah. Basic aiming. Also, I noticed we can't purchase. Also, I noticed in the my previous content, you can't purchase units in this. Even though you got money, you don't have command points to actually put stuff down. You can buy stuff, but you can't put it down. Which deep spanning this would be nice. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, AA gun's activated. Actually, AA gun. Oh, I got an idea for you. You go over there, shoot that guy down, and be right there. That'd be really nice, cause you have an area of pretty much all the battleships. going down. How about let's get some planes to go say hello. Liftoff! A few brave, dash, and lucky dash pilots have managed to man their aircraft and get them airborne. Alright. Where's the guy with the M1 Garand? I think we need to talk with him. I think he needs to shoot down some aircraft for us. Alright, guess in turn. You cancel so I can see my. Oh, you weapon. Oh, plane needs to go. Plane. Shoot that guy down. So. Oh, there you are. Plane, shoot that guy down so your Frank can so your AAA Frank can get there. Oh, by the way, like again, they had tutorials for all this stuff. Like planes have to land after a certain amount of time. That is their fuel. The thing I'm looking at right now, the 12, as their fuel, and they can also land for repairs and stuff. So yeah, an attack. Make them suck America. The thing about the P-40 versus the Zero, the P-40 showed the advantage because it is American, and it has like more engine power. The thing about Zeros is, yeah, they were great aircraft, but they were great for a couple reasons, which makes them not so great when faced against American aircraft. One, they were highly maneuverable because they were so lightweight, because they ripped out everything except basically your basic instruments and the thing and your flight stick and well your throttle. Basically the things that make the aircraft actually operate. Unlike American aircraft, which had radar, radios, more armor, fuel tanks that didn't explode when hit, as in self-sealing fuel tanks, whereas Zeros had none of this. So if you could hit a Zero, it would die because it might go into gas tank and it might explode. So yeah, unlike American aircraft, which are more resilient. Yes, I can't attack aircraft with this guy directly. So yeah, let's in turn. So yeah. I mean, the problem at the beginning of the war with the Hellcats, or not the Hellcats, the Wildcats, I always get them confused, is the fact that while the Hellcats were more advanced in terms of technology, they were less advanced, they just weren't as maneuverable as Zeros are. But later in the war with Wildcats, Corsairs, it really started to turn the tide because the Zeros haven't evolved at all, more or less. Whereas the Corsairs and Wildcats Hellcats have evolved a whole lot, and they still have the American advantage of being high-tech. And they had the advantage of being better airframes and having more mobility, which is interesting. But if I get any of this wrong, please tell me. So yeah. Alright, there we go. Well, shut down aircraft? Yeah. Wait, do we shoot down aircraft? You see, you can click on that to get to the map. No, that's not shut down aircraft there. These things are resilient. Alright, can't move on. Is that guy out of the way yet? Yeah. It's gonna be in the middle, but actually switched to earlier. That was earlier. Actually, that guy's running away, so yeah, get him. Yeah, so apparently facing does matter even in Brittles. You actually shoot him since you're here. Actually, no, you get in position. You get in position so you can keep shooting that guy. Alright, if he moves around, he'll probably get shot down by anti-aircraft, by these ships. Are we good? Oh, we need to move the Jeep. Alright, Jeep, can we cross there? No. Can we cross? No, we can get to Ford Island like that. That's fine. Going over here, not big. Actually going over there might be a good idea as we got aircraft going over here. Now, the Japanese, how they attacked Pearl Harbor was when they sent fighters and some torpedo bombers down like that, and they also sent them around like this to attack airfields and like this to attack airfields. So yeah. And they did it in like 3, 4, 5 waves. Alright, you need to get moving to the two up there, because the two up there has an A gun and a Zero. And planes. And we need planes. but that just has planes. Also, I mean, either these are all zeros or they could be Kates too mixed in. But then again, Kate should be green, right? That's what I meant. And that guy's a mix of everything. Yeah, he got the idea. Stay away from our ships. All right. Oh yes. Now if you see white, you see this white fog of war. That means you can see aircraft by seeing it through other aircraft or radar. And since we've got radar installations all over the island, that's fine. We're getting that. Okay, we still haven't shut down a plane yet. Mistaken identity. Or special event, mistaken identity. The first wave of Japanese aircraft was mistaken for B-17 bombers scheduled to arrive from the USA. Now, the actual B-17s have arrived, and while these bombers cannot engage the enemy directly, they do provide a useful pair of eyes in the sky. I mean, they kind of can with all of their guns that they have all over them, because they are flying fortresses after all. But then, I mean, there's zeros. If you hit one, it's dead basically. It's not BF 109s, which if you hit one, you have to hit it like 5 more times. But still, zeros have been building, so you don't really want to face them. Now, this is actually how far I got last time, and we're almost out of time actually. I went in overtime for a good near 50 minutes. So for the sake of video purposes, this might be a little bit better video, although you do miss my blind stuff. And actually, I would do something I didn't do the last time, which I want to check out the base, see if this guy can capture it. Or let our guys know, hey, by the way, there are enemy planes about. Maybe we should do something about it, and we need your help at Pearl Harbor because we kind of, have issues with enemy planes. Hey, where's our plane? That's not our plane. Where's my plane? Oh, by the way, I should tell you. Oh, that's my plane. By the way, I should tell you. It kind of took me a little. It kind of took me a little bit to realize yellow were my guys. Blue were my friends. By a little bit, I mean it took me like 10 minutes. By the way, air combat damage output during air combat is affected by the remaining strength of the defender. The lower it is, the lower damage done by both units. This represents that it takes longer to catch isolated aircraft from a broken up formation, which is trying to avoid combat. Okay, so these are not just single stuff; they're formation, platoons, stuff like that. Battle groups. Air combat, as a result, it is often better to spread out your fighters' attacks against multiple targets instead of trying to focus them down one by one. It also gives battle damage area units a better chance to impact the base. Yeah, and then hopefully get anti-aircraft cover. Okay, think about it. If he moves again, he's going to get shot by everything. Are you? Wow, you're not in range. Oh, we can get the Ford. We just gotta. Oh, we. Yes, we can get the Ford. Get the Ford then. I forgot we were playing a game that's kind of like Civilization. Get the Ford Island and just sit there, man. That'd be amazing. All right, in my turn. What needs to move? All right, the Jeep. Keep moving, Jeep. You are a hero. I'm just imagining the driver of the Jeep, driving around, going from base to base, saying, guys, like there are guys attacking us. You should do something about it. So yeah. I said that the first time too, but it's still we're saying submarine attacks. When submarines. Oh, fantastic. Submarine attacks. When a submarine attacks, it will not be revealed by the enemy, but alarm sound will be accompanying explosions. Only way to detect submarines by using sonar ability or by attempting to move to the submarine position. All right. So either know it through sonar or you know it by looking down at the water and seeing a sub in it. And you can do that if you're right above it. In Pearl Harbor, that would work because Pearl Harbor's not that deep. But in an open ocean of the Pacific, yeah, that'd be a problem. Because, submarines could be like 100 feet below, and meters or every 300 or every 3 feet. So yeah, or 100 feet, like 400 feet, and that's fine. But we're going to go on overtime for a little bit. Actually, no. Let's play a little bit more. Let's go on overtime. Because this will probably be the last video I do for today, and the only video I do for today is I had to record twice. Alright. Doing good. Hostile waves. Our coastal radar stations have picked up signals of new Japanese attack wave approaching the island from the northeast. That's bad. That's not good. Let's go a little overtime. Alright, you need to get to forward. Where does Sam go? There it is. How about you later? But we have lost the A capability, and you, since the enemy aircraft is not at the base, go back to base. Or since the zeros aren't here anymore, go back to base and wait for the next wave. Land on that. There we go. Well, that's how that works. That was actually my first time. Hangars and carriers. When aircraft lands on the airfield, it'll be stored inside a hangar. Carrier-based aircraft may also land on a carrier unit. Selecting a hangar or carrier allows you to manage their cargo on the bottom left of the bottom left UI bar. Okay, got it. Wait, we need that thing on the middle of Ford Island. You can move up. It's a 0, but it's gonna be bad for us. I think we can end our turn. Alright, the B-17. Okay, you can't directly attack anything. Go there and see what happens. Strategic bombardments. Strategic bombers have the ability to target enemy supply sources directly to decrease the amount of supply it provides. Sustained strategic bombardments will eventually decrease the number of units that the enemy can maintain in the field. Ooh, that's nice. Uh, uh, that's our base, B-17. I don't want you to touch it. So yeah, that'd be it. So yeah, we can't capture stuff with planes. Makes sense. Airfield would make more sense, but still. I mean, that's basically... We can bomb our own base in order to not allow us to have any more resources, which we had. As you can see, we still haven't got command points. But I'm really liking Order of Battle, now called World War... I'm liking the now called Order of Battle World War II. I was kind of nervous before playing this in the first recording. Because I wasn't quite sure how it will go. Whether or not we'll make much progress, whether or not... Basically, yeah, because, this is one of the games I get nervous about because, it's more complicated, less easier to just hop in, hop out, but it's fine. It's like playing Civilization Beyond Earth. Or, like, yeah, it's like playing Civilization Beyond Earth and Sunrise combined, except without the, visual novels, and with story. And yeah, with story and more rigid mission structure. Okay, you need to get back to base, as you are. No, because you're going to run out of fuel eventually. All right, can you get forward? Yes, you can. It's just your turn. Disembark effects. When a unit disembarks, it loses efficiency. The amount of efficiency loss depends on the terrain type the unit lands on. Beaches cause a lower penalty while disembarking, and a city with port causes the lowest efficiency loss. Alright, that makes sense. Lift off. Okay, same thing as before. Alright, you just sit there and kill everything you see. Alright, I think, how about our Jeep? If you hit continue, I'm pretty sure it will, if you hit continue, I'm pretty sure it will, it goes next turn. If it cancels, it goes to your newest unit, which is not bad. But next, oh, plane. Actually, you don't need to be in the air right now. Actually, you might want to be in the air because we got Japanese stuff in the way. Okay, looks like they're not pointing in the direction. You know what? You gotta get moving. We're trying to intercept them. Oh my, where those planes are? I thought so. I was wondering where they were. See, now you can see those planes on radar because they were in the fog of war. We just need to kill planes. I just want the battleship still. That's all I care about. Because those are the only things that can die apparently. What's next? Oh, you know what? Get a move on. Actually, I got an idea. Go through their base, and then I want you to get a move on back to Pearl Harbor. Actually, in the original recording, I kept it over here because they might take their base, but I'm pretty sure they won't. Well, I'm going to gamble that they aren't. They very well could, but we'll see. Let's take the plane. Oh, get the plane moving. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are turns, not movement. Oh, they're gonna be surprised. We may want to intercept the bomber, or whatever they are, because they... That's not a bomber. I mean, actually, it could be a bomber. Because I can't tell. I mean, another way that I could tell a Kate from a Zero, or or a dive bomber slash torpedo bomber that the Japanese use on their fighter or Zero, is the fact that I'm pretty much sure that those had folding landing gear. Only the Zeros did, and even then, I mean, that's what's confusing me because I think the Zeros had non-folding landing gear either at some point. Uh, so yeah. Yeah, they're just wreaking havoc with the island. Which is bad, but it's better than it's better than them wreaking havoc for battleships because battleships are expensive, planes are not. Crawling back, a wing of F-4F Wildcat fighters have arrived from the USS Enterprise aircraft carrier. Yeah, that's the funny thing about Pearl Harbor. That's the good thing about Pearl Harbor is the thing that the Japanese want. The whole point of the Japanese attack was they wanted to kill our carriers. And, well, all our carriers were out at sea. The only things they could kill were battleships. And we revived most, if not all of them, but the Arizona. And we made much more battleships. And we made Iowas. So, yeah. So basically, by the time of the end of the war, Pearl Harbor was more or less wouldn't have been worth doing. Um, it slowed us down, but it barely did anything. It only made us angry. Which is something you don't want to do to the United States is make it angry. Because once you make it angry, it will come for you. And it will do what it wants to until it feels like it's angry. Alright, where's our Wildcats? There's our entry point. Yeah, they're talking about entries and exit points. I'm not quite sure what they do though. Either you can send your aircraft back or you can deploy them like that. Where are my Wildcats? Where are my Wildcats? Or are they coming on the board in a little bit? No, there they are. I want them to help intercept, although I think I plenty of fuel. I probably should have captured that base then. But actually, I don't think it will matter because I think the game will almost be over the scenario will be almost over by the time our planes get there. Oh my, where are the planes? Oh, planes are back. So we need to go get these Zeros. How about let's play super defensive and not go after these guys because they're gonna be in our face anyway. And again, protect the battleships at all costs. So so we always lose planes, and planes that can be rebuilt like that in the United States. Depending on the other end, since depending on the resources, they couldn't do that. Which is the reason why they built two Yamatos. Is because it was either build two Yamatos or build two normal-sized battleships. And since they don't have as advanced technology as the US did in their Iowas, which the funny thing about the US is the US Iowas are almost as good as Yamatos. I mean, the Yamatos have bigger guns that do more damage, but the Iowas have, their guns basically have the same performance other than having gigantic things coming your face and wrecking your dicks. Um, uh, but Iowas can fight at night, any kind of weather. Yamato, if it was perfect day, then they could do well, but that's about it. Just like their Zeros. But yeah, I mean, the Yamatos were interesting because they basically after World War One, there was a deal signed saying you cannot build a warship beyond this size, which basically U.S. kept with, as United States does. It follows the rules of war. Or Japan said, you know what, we'll build Yamatos. We're going to be with the Axis anyway. Who cares? And the U.S. built like North Carolina, Iowas, which were basically the same size. And also, United States has the fact that they need to the fact in the United States had the other fact of the had the fact that they needed to fit their ships to the Panama Canal, or else they have to go all the way into the all the way past South America and come all the way back up, which you can just go through Mexico or go through Panama, which would be faster, and go through Central America instead of going all the way down to the south, where Japan doesn't worry about that. That's not initially. Um, but anyway, so yeah, but I really want to keep my battleships alive. I want to keep all my ships alive at all cost. Which means bringing planes back. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you guys watching this video. It wants me to leave comments or can leave any suggestions for the series. Like what I shoot next, or how much you want to see the series. As this is a random LP Monday series, which means it has a chance of appearing on Monday. Um, which it means it has a chance of appearing on Monday. So, yeah, as a random series. And if you guys, gals really like this series, I might come back more often. Um, or if you have any tips on how to play, or a Battle World War II in general, U.S. Pacific campaign, I really do appreciate the scenes come to be able to drill them. And by the way, I do have a Twitter, in which I tweet out channel updates as well as just news in general. Gaming news mostly, but news that basically but news that matters to my channel anyway, but not too insane out there. Like the most, basically like Rooster Teeth stuff. Like I posted about the Rooster Teeth cell. I posted about Rooster Teeth King stuff in the Hot Topic. I posted about River vs. Blue because I play Ruby Green Eclipse. That is a stiff game, and I do play Halo as well, and River vs. Blue is very popular among Halo. River vs. Blue is very popular among Halo players. But anyway, so yeah, we're way out of time, so that'd be it for this video, and I guess see you in a second.